Ordering these last 10 was like picking your favorite children. It wasn't easy to do, but at the end of the day, we all agreed that picking your favorite children would actually be easier to do. And this is a top 20, so if you haven't seen 20 through 11 yet, the link's in the description. Unless this video was stolen and re-uploaded to some noob's YouTube channel, in which case this video isn't supposed to be here. So hey, I'm Nervous Nick for Screwattack's Top 20 Nintendo 64 games, 10 through 1.
Number 10.
I don't know about you guys, but when I think of classic rare, I think of awesome graphics and high difficulty. And the often overlooked Force Gemini was classic rare through and through. Imagine getting to destroy giant bugs with a sidekick dog way cooler than the one in COD Ghost because he's capable of driving a tank, and you've got some semblance of what Force Gemini was. It was a little hard to control, and having to rescue every single tribal was kind of tedious, but in the face of the innovation Force Gemini brought to the table, we can look the other way.
Number 9.
One franchise that benefited from the jump to polygons was definitely F-Zero. Oh, you thought that game was fast on your SNES? Try it in 3D on your N64 at 60 frames per second. That was practically unheard of for games back then, and yet it only made the game's speed feel all the more incredible. And here we are in the present, still hoping F-Zero will jump to HD next.
Number 8.
This one was one of the definitive party games. For crying out loud, it has party in the title. If it weren't for our one entry per franchise rule, you may have seen the later games on here too, but hey, rules are rules. Of the N64 Mario parties, the original was the most painful. But then again, they say those who hurt together, bond together. I may in fact be making that saying up, I don't know.
Number 7.
I could point out that Star Wars Shadows of the Empire featured a good variety of gameplay styles, was notably violent for an early N64 game, started off with the Battle of Hoth, and featured a lead character so awesome he could kill dozens of Wampas when Luke Skywalker barely managed to take down one. But the reason it ranks so highly on the list is a more historical one. Shadows of the Empire was based on a book that served as a test run to see if others besides Lucas could handle the Star Wars franchise. The video game adaptation filled a similar role, and because both of them sold well, the Star Wars universe was allowed to expand. Today, we can thank Shadows of the Empire for paving the way for the new Star Wars Battlefront. And hopefully 1313? Please?
Number 6.
What Turok did for console FPSs, one game went even further. GoldenEye 007 is no stranger to our lists, and it's back again for good reason. The single-player mode is all fine and good, but dang it, this is the Nintendo 64! Multiplayer is where this game ruled! GoldenEye proved that consoles could take on a genre that was, until that time, almost exclusive to PCs. Just as long as nobody picked Oddjob.
Number 5.
Man, what is there left to say about Ocarina of Time that hasn't already been said since its release? Awesome graphics, huge environment variety, an open world, epic story, the legendary scale of it all, the terrific controls, level design, weapons, cinematic moments, incredible boss battles, and the many, many warm fuzzy feelings you get throughout the entire adventure. As you might know, I'm personally a humongous fan of Majora's Mask, but considering how tough that game is to get into, and the fact that Ocarina of Time was the one to revolutionize the series and gaming forever, I ain't even mad.
Number 4.
Star Fox and the SNES was a game too big for its own console. I mean, it was neat seeing polygons on the Mode 7 and all, but it wasn't until Star Fox 64 when it finally felt like Fox and crew had room to breathe. This was a game with memorable characters, fun and smooth gameplay, plus all of the secrets, branching paths, and the multiplayer mode made this one very, very replayable.
Number 3.
The years of the N64's life could alternatively be referred to as the Kart Racer dynasty. And it was tough to dethrone the sequel to this genre-defining classic, and in Nintendo's own turf, it didn't get any better than Mario Kart 64. Remember when the blue shell stayed on the ground the whole time? That was nice. However, what sets Mario Kart 64 above the competition is that every track is interesting and memorable, even in the face of the many other entries that have come since.
Number 2.
Wow. I mean, okay, Christmas Day 1997. I went straight from Super Mario Bros. 3 on my NES to playing Super Mario 64, and I was speechless. all those sweet acrobatics Mario could do now, exploring Peach's castle and finding all of its secrets, throwing Bowser by the tail. I mean, I was playing a landmark in the history of gaming, a game that forever changed how games were made, played, and enjoyed. And I know lots of other people have similar feelings toward this classic. Super Mario 64's popularity lives on to this day through being one of the most popular games to speedrun. Can you get all 120 stars in under 2 hours? Keep practicing. Alright, there's only one game that could possibly beat out all those, but before we get there, it's time for a mega recap! And if you haven't watched the other list, it's about to be spoiled. Number 20, Pokemon Snap. Number 19, NFL Blitz. Number 18, Banjo-Kazooie. Number 17, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Number 16, Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards. Number 15, Diddy Kong Racing. Number 14, WCW NWO Revenge. So many W's. Number 13, Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey. Number 12, Turok Dinosaur Hunter. Number 11, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Number 10, Jet Force Gemini. Number 9, F-Zero X. Number 8, Mario Party Number 1. Number 7, Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. Number 6, GoldenEye 007. Number 5, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Number 4, Star Fox 64. Number 3, Mario Kart 64. And number 2, Super Mario 64.
It's number 1.
When you get right down to it, what was the Nintendo 64's greatest feature? The analog stick? Oh, it's up there. But how would any of its legendary multiplayer games even be possible without those 4 controller ports on the console? Yes, the number 1 Nintendo 64 game has to be one that maximizes the console's 2 best features. The Nintendo 64 is considered by many to be the king of local multiplayer, and Super Smash Bros. Is the jewel in the center of the crown. This game created not only one of Nintendo's biggest franchises, but created a new subgenre of fighting games, one that very few have been able to successfully recreate to this day. It was mayhem defined and playable with up to 4 players for maximum madness, and with unlockable characters, options, and a stage, it was fun to keep playing, even by yourself. As a crossover of Nintendo's finest, it was like a big Nintendo party compressed onto a cartridge. And when we were having video game parties of our own, they were never complete without Smash being somewhere in the lineup. So here's to you, Smash Brothers, for all of these years of competitive fun, and to many, many more.